Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and riveting and amazing Propagandacast with me, your host from Pearl Dane, the one, the only master propaganda hero, psych defender of the fatherland, of a 1v1 on Mill Road. In the north, it is Acehiro fighting for the Oberkommando Germany, Deutschland, here with the 9th Panzer Division with Overwatch, featuring Jägerline for recon squads, early warning systems for the fatherland, Leichter Feldherblitzaktion, and Sector Assault. In the south, it is Tonkatsu fighting for the British Army, the Commonwealth, King George, here with the 11th Armored Division, featuring tactical support, raw engineers, and mobile assault. And as always, a big hearty thanks to my Patreon supporters, champions, heroes, one and all that support the worth it with their hard-earned money. Other people can join the ranks by pledging on Patreon, or they can donate via PayPal. Links in the description. Finding, commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing also helps me out a bit there. Finding the YouTube algorithms, which is, of course, another worth it I'm always, caught up in. So, Fulton is Kuhwagen here for Acehiro, triple section there for Tonkatsu. And of course, Overwatch tend to be very popular command alongside Scavenge, the mostly Overwatch versus the Brits, thanks to the Jägerline recon squad helping you fight against the British, which otherwise you do have some fairly efficient infantry, thanks to the received action bonuses and cover bonuses in general, in which case the Jaegers can sort of help fight back against that. So typically against the British you will see Jaegers a lot of the time. Second focus what they face here in the southeast, we've got the Kuhwagen up here, securing terrain here very efficiently, sandbags, barbed wire, very good stuff there. Similarly we get sandbags here for the British, of course. They really like it. Kuhwagen the racing head there. Nice play there by Acehiro. Disruptive, fast. Thanks to the high capping speed, they can quickly move in there, grab a point, at least from neutral, even to completely grab it. So nice disruptive play here by Oberkommando West. In this case, backing off there rapidly, having done the deed. Slightly messed here with Tonkatsu and whatever tempo and momentum he had going there. Universal there for Tonkatsu. Was certainly a universal carry in a sense. It was a very, flexible platform that was used for a lot of things. Tractor, reconnaissance, infantry transport, weapons platform. Even seen were used by the Soviets in the reconnaissance formations that are Svetki, and apparently liked it quite there too. So, fun fact there. Focus with the section in the center here. Skirmish here as well in the south. Nothing major as yet, just infantry clashing. Tonkatsu backing off there, obviously without heavy cover. Against the forces in heavy cover, it's going to be a bit silly there. And some in the south here. Not great. Acehiro, of course, has no intention of pursuing because his men are getting eaten up if they try. Up north here, Kuhwagen rest of the section there. Bit more favoured here, of course, for Tonkatsu and his men. And we got a sniper here from the British player, going to hunt down those Germans and end their lives. So that is an interesting choice there. Truck out for Acehiro. Going to, of course, try and get out a Jaeger squad as fast as possible. Probably multiple ones. Since again, versus the British, you want several Jaegers to just start bleeding them out aggressively. Sniper there, almost down there for Tonkatsu with the boys' anti-tank rifle.
Your sniper's trained.
Bit of healing there for Tonkatsu. No command yet from Emo. You can see Acehiro's advancing in elsewhere, where of course there's no British presence. Sniping forwards there. Forwards going to quick advance in the centre. Battlegroup headquarters up there for Acehiro. No surprise there. Could of course gone for Megalith right there. Go first sniper kill there. It is Fritz who drops dead, as his face is pretty much removed surgically by the anti-tank rifle sniper.
One extra soldier can be added to infantry squads.
We got 3 seconds overstrain to Brandhunt Granada, but not enough to really stop the advance there under Tonkatsu's infantry section, just relying on sheer mass and force. Acehiro's forces too scattered out to really stop that. Of course, even though contrary, it would be a bit difficult to stop that many British infantry, which are backed up with the snipers, so quick there, but still threatens the fuel point, forces Acehiro to commit forces there, though he can start calling the Jaegers, though even if he does call them in, he does need the battle headquarters. Well, he can actually do that now, then call them in, and then have them upgraded more or less ready. Of course, he could planning a flak half-take versus Tonkatsu, but yeah, Jaegers out there, and in the G43 sniper rifle, or marksman rifle. Sappers for Tonkatsu and the British Army. Up north, the Kuhwagen grabbing points, meanwhile, as the British infantry is occupying the south. Thumbs up to Acehiro, making good use of the Kuhwagen. It is quite handy for, so to say, raids, disruption, and such there. Ooh, sniper there caught there, but the Kuhwagen has a 50% accuracy bonus versus the sniper, though. Of course, the sniper has plenty of damage with the Kuhwagen. Still, if you get a wipe in the sniper with the Kuhwagen, that'd be obviously pretty great here for Acehiro. Close veterans one there. Got the southern victory point reclaimed for Deutschland. Got the first Jaeger squad here ready with their G33 marksman rifle. Advancing on the centre, Sappers heading northwards. Sappers advancing straight to that. Kuban backing off. There's it's obviously too damaged to really like even try to clash with them. Acehiro following up here with a flak half track. Could have gone for a Jaeger squad, obviously. But he does commit to the flak half track. Will Tonkatsu be single down armoured cart? Guess not. Some British players would do that. Of course, that could be the major argument for not going for a flak half track here. If his opponent rushes out the AC, that flak half track is going to be a flat half track. In which case, you could arguably just instead gone for a second Jaeger squad, which is actually I'm a bit surprised they didn't do that here, honestly. But that's that. He does upgrade some Fultons with the Sturmgewehr 44. Clearing out some terrain there, and crucially removing cover there for his opponent to hide behind. Thumbs up there to Tonkatsu. Section advancing on the centre there. We've got bolted sections there for Tonkatsu. Quick kill there. Flak half track arriving, the 251-17. Could advance up through the south here. Kuban being fixed up. Sturmpioniere, no upgrades yet. Fulton being outmaneuvered plus being sniped here. We got 3 kills on the south side. The Jaegers arriving here in the south though. Could be a quick problem here for Tonkatsu. Of course, the sniper could apply some pressure to the Jaegers. Sturmpioniere around for the centre. Kuban there. Remaining in reserve. He basically acting as a spotter. Jaegers being focused down there. Good priority there for Saber Tonkatsu. There go. Flak half track arriving here. Bit of a dicey engagement between Tonkatsu and Acehiro. Hard to say this getting hit, but so far it does look like Acehiro is overall progressing nicely, as Tonkatsu, lacking any anti-tank weapons of any sort of significant potency, is basically being forced back. Now that said, Acehiro is suffering quite a bit of damage in the process, so most of the scores, in fact half of them, have basically been routed away already, and the flak half about to move into the anti-tank grenade. There we go. So in the end, sort of 50-50 split. I mean, Tonkatsu did lose the center, but he didn't lose too much ground. He was able to deal some damage to the flak half track, but yeah, hard to say that. 6-pounder gun out there for Tonkatsu. Flak half track being hauled back. Like heading over there for Acehiro. Obviously concerned about enemy armor, and in particular here the AC. But I think with the anti-tank gun here from Tonkatsu, there's a good chance he just isn't interested in it, and will likely just instead try and push for faster medium armor, which is what a lot of British players do nowadays anyways, because rushing out a Cromwell or Centaur is really good.
Ready to set a command vehicle and call in recon support. Medical supplies and weapons ready to air.
And there we go. We got tactical support with the raid section, though probably not going to go for them now. A designated command vehicle, air resupply operations, forward observation posts, and the crocodile. We'll have to see how much he actually makes use of the commander, though. But I would not be surprised to see at least the resupply operation being utilised here. In the south, folks, was the sappers there. Sten guns versus K90 and Sturmgewehr 44. Note about the actual Fultons, they were sort of envisioned as this modern infantry force that were meant to be heavily equipped with assault rifles, though technically been sort of more like, you know, you had like in a company 2 platoons with assault rifle, then 1 with more rifles like machine guns. But you know, sort of that way, you know, modern. The reality was, of course, they couldn't get enough assault rifles, and some actually make do with MP40s instead. And of course, others were just equipped like regular grenadiers. So, little fun fact there about the Fultz grenadiers. Sniper then good kill on the Sturmpioniere, but they're forcing away the section with the Sturmgewehrs. Flak up in center here, backing up the Fultz with the push forwards there. Sniper there, down to a fairly low amount of health there. Sturmpioniere having a chance of getting a wipe there. Tonkatsu sniper, but no, the fellow makes off and survives. Tonkatsu could go for an air resupply operation here for the mortar, medical supplies, and another anti-tank gun. Instead we got sappers there for him. Could also take up soonish. Kenver destroying the British sandbags. Track there for Acehiro, that'll be the attack then for the German army. Got 484 to 451. Victory points wise, neither side has a particularly significant lead over the other one.
A new engineer section is
Truck
waiting
ready.
for orders.
Got the fresh sappers out there for Tonkatsu. Yeah, the longer this goes on, the more likely he's just going it for the Vanguard crocodile there. Maybe Alter plans to use designate command vehicle, but I'd be surprised if he went for the raid section. We've got a fuel cache up here for Tonkatsu to help deal with the harassment there from Acehiro, but also certainly help in the longer game. And I think could further strengthen the theory that he is planning here for a crocodile to sort of be pushed out faster, perhaps even. a bold strategy, in which case this could certainly happen just as a way to get an ally into tank gun, but also like some other elements to help survive longer versus Acehiro and the Germans. We'll have to see though. Clearing out our cover there. I mean, basically what Tonkatsu is doing is make it harder for Acehiro to like hide behind anything and creep up on him. Clearing as many lines of fire and just again giving Acehiro's fewer places to hide. Particularly this helps the anti-tank and you not get outmaneuvered. Got Tilly called in there. So pretty sneaky there by Tonkatsu. It's a fairly, overlooked ability in the British arsenal. So, little fun fact there. Jaeger's holding up here. Instant enough, has only gone for one Jaeger squad here. I mean, typically against the British you'd see two in my experience. But, maybe it could be that Acehiro's actually planned to go some orbital down and hit harder with some more lead infantry versus Tonkatsu. North Jaeger's getting sniped. Bit of a haphazard attack here by Acehiro, committing his forces piecemeal there versus Tonkatsu. Got the anti-tank with the Sturmpunier, but there's still the sniper there. And there's not much. Oh, good, I got a flank here. I'd actually threaten the retreat of the sniper, perhaps. But he's about to lose his Sturmpunier, and the Jaegers are not actually doing much here either. Again, feels a bit haphazard here by Acehiro. A bit in pieces, which makes it easier for Tonkatsu to beat such an attack back without really suffering too much damage. I mean, if you commit to an attack, typically you want to commit a bit more. Falling back, we got the sniper getting another kill. Got 14 kills, 22 light infantry gun in face. I would have figured an Orbital squad at this point, to be honest. But, I mean, a light infantry gun is pretty good as well, in particular versus the British, but Orbital Dardanelle would have been quite good too. Mines here from Tonkatsu, thumbs up. We got the tech on the way there. Northern points being seized, very good. Troops reinforcing, healing. They are pretty much healed. In the case of the Jaegers, also further reinforced. Flak half-tech is also being used a lot more defensively. Acehiro definitely seems to be perhaps a bit uncertain as to how to grapple here with Tonkatsu currently. Okay, Mag did the sniper, for example, being a bit of a point of frustration here for Acehiro. Trenches being dug in, that's definitely going to make it harder for Acehiro to push ahead. On top of the mines. In which case the line gun will definitely find a lot more purchase, I think, here for Acehiro. A lot more utility. Jaegers versus the Sappers in the center there. Sappers, they're going to lose it to the Jaegers. Already there. Lewis drops dead. Mines versus the Sturmpunier. Sandbags here. North Germans slowly creeping around there. South side could also sneak about. Trench there ready. Sturmpunier pushing forwards. Jaegers moving through the center there. Concussive grenade into the trench, stuns the occupants. They'll lax anyway to further do damage to them though, so not as big as the tactical winners. Oh, he actually ends up retreating nonetheless though. Bit surprised at that one. There you go, Tillerfire raining down now from the Light Infanteriegeschütz-18. Back here in base for Acehiro. Nothing further transpiring. I've got another flanking with the Falklands, but again, kind of piecemeal, making it easier for Tonkatsu's forces, which are definitely like stronger concentrations to deal with it. Center here for Tonkatsu. That's going to be a problem there for Acehiro with just a Raketenwerfer. And he's also crucially nowhere near a tank. Or a tank destroyer. It's a bit dangerous here for Acehiro. A bit dangerous, if you will. I mean, he could in a pinch add a Panzerschreck on the Sturmpunier, but so far Acehiro's not shown much of an interest in Panzerschrecks. Meanwhile, the Centaur is almost done. Anti-aircraft tank was based off a predecessor to the Cromwell, the Centaur tank, which never really saw action itself. It was mostly just used as a platform for some more specialized weapons, like again the anti-aircraft gun there, which actually mounted the Crusader anti-aircraft tank's turret. As a fun fact there. So far there, gets a kill. North their point being seized. And the south point there held up. Sturmpunier catching the section in around the center. Got that Centaur rushing ahead here. Jaeger's creeping up again. Striking at the exposed underbelly there of Acehiro, seeing the Fulters routing again with only one Rakadnev. He is certainly a bit lightly equipped. There you go. Response to the Centaur is a Panzerschreck, and the Sturmplan is slightly upping the anti-tank quotient. He can muster there against the British. At this rate, by the way, thanks to the fuel cache, Tonkatsu is building up more and more momentum, so he can soon call in more armor versus Acehiro again. Yes, hasn't been able to exert as much map control as he'd like to, and of course can't build fuel caches as the Oberkommando-S. Good hit on the center of the Rakadnev, but the center's kind of exposed here. And the Schwer Panther Quarter can of course provide some assistance here, but he loses the Rakadnev crew there. And the anti-tank could theoretically try and destroy it. He's a bit of a rough spot right now for Acehiro versus Tonkatsu, to be honest. There we go, destroying the Rakadnev, at which point again he will then only have a Panzerschreck. A single Panzerschreck. He's going for another Rakadnev. Though that does delay him from going for any other armor. At this point, he may actually want to consider like just cancelling it and going for the Jagdpanzer, which does cost more manpower than the Panther 4, but then costs less fuel. So going to just push out for the Jagdpanzer faster here versus Tonkatsu's Centaur. Of course, it might be he's really focusing on the Panther 4, even a Panther here just doesn't want to go for the Jagdpanzer. Rakadnev for number 2, they're out. Section setting out, they're heading southwards. Storm Pioneer setting out there with their Panzerschreck. City Volunteer, 2 sections. Note the Bren guns, increasing their firepower significantly. I mean, you could pretty much figure out where the Jaegers were because something was grabbing the point and you couldn't see it, so you don't have to be Sherlock Holmes to figure out what was going on there. That said, he does call in a second Jaeger squad, but now fairly late. I feel here by Acehiro could have had that much sooner. Honestly, I think much better here versus Tonkatsu. Routed flak after getting the section in the centre there. We got more troops coming up in the south here. Clash here between the sappers and the Volksgrenadiers. Brandhandgranate burning through the Englishmen, leaving them scorched and dying, but still able to overcome the Volksgrenadiers with sheer force and violence. In the centre, troops pushing 40, 6 Pentagon backing up here. Acehiro starting here with Tonkatsu's rapid and aggressive advances here across several points. Sturmpioneer up with their Panzerschreck, the Raketen Panzerbuchse, and the Kubelwagen finally expires. Panther 4 there for Acehiro and the German army, so no Panthers, at least not right yet here for him. Keeping up the advance, bringing in the 6 Panther gun, you're going to try and destroy the Schwer Panther quarters. Light infantry gun cleared out as well there. Definitely a lot of pain and anguish here for Acehiro. Something about destroying the light infantry gun here, and there we go. Note what he's doing, he's using the strafing fire ability, which you might notice is really good at clearing out support weapons, but also smothering infantry. It's actually a bit of an overlooked ability with British players. Like, even if they go for the Centaur, the vast majority of them do not make use of the 20mm strafing fire, which I would like to stress is an incredibly good ability, as highlighted there. So once more, Acehiro shot of Rakadnev. He does have the Panther 4 out now though, but it does seem like to me like he is going straight here for the Crocodile next, so he will need something a bit heavier, like a Jagdpanzer I think would be the preferable choice here, due to its not only I think fairly good penetration, but also crucially high rate of fire and good range to take on a Crocodile. We'll of course have to see what Acehiro does, but against the Crocodile, I would definitely advise Jagdpanzers, particularly under the current circumstances. But that Centaur has definitely earned itself in, I would say, here for Tonkatsu so far. It has absolutely earned itself in. 400 versus 406.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
No sign of the Chaucer specialization there. I mean, he's almost got the command points. There you go. It's Anvil tactics here from Tonkatsu, opening up for regular Churchill tanks as well, plus heavy sappers. Flak after they're holding up. We'll have to see, of course, what Acehiro does next. Will he consider... Oh, there we go. Do get an area supply relation now for Tonkatsu. Likely for the 6 Pounder gun, but also second tank gun. Clearing up more cover, because why not? It's that Tonkatsu is planning a squirrel genocide. Of course, ordered by the King of England here, King George V. Anyway, sent their tank through the Jaegers. Good hit there. McKenna for halfway down there for Acehiro. He's clearly not aware what's coming his way, I think. Got some mines down there, the Schützenmine. North of Jaegers would advance in northern victory point, surprised he hasn't. Got the second 6-pounder gun ready, plus of course the mortar here. Definitely giving Tonkatsu's forces a significant boost in firepower. Probably need to pull back before the Centaur utterly annihilates them. Jaegers moving in to help assist in such a maneuver. Yeah, what Acehiro goes for next, I know probably a Panther 4 though. Once he sees the Crocodile, I hope the choice is to switch over to a Jagdpanzer. Or at least a Panther, because going for another Panther 4 I think versus a Crocodile is going to be a little less than well advised. Panther 4 tries sneaking a hit in the section, in the center to other section. We do get a command vehicle on the center. Okay. Bit rare, but nothing wrong in that. Good hit there. And there, going to keep flank the Centaur there. But not enough to finish it off. You got the 6-pounder guns, of course, boosted. Panther 4 tries to snipe, but fails. Crocodile, meanwhile, is very, very close. He has the command points. He has attack. He almost has the resource. Well, it's just a bit of more manpower here for Tonkatsu, at which point he can unleash the Crocodile upon Acehiro. And then again, how Acehiro will respond to this, I think, is going to be the big sort of moment of this match, perhaps. Sweat being deployed here. Thumbs up.
There's a Crocodile ready to
There we go.
cause all kinds of havoc.
21, almost 22-minute mark. We got the Crocodile out here for Tonkatsu and the British Army. Sandbags there.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
Let's go south. Saps caught the laying down mines here by Acehiro's Sturmpioniere. More trenches here from Tonkatsu, making things more difficult for Acehiro to commit to an attack through, for sure. Plus he's lost the light infantry gun, I think, so he can't like just hammer his way through with artillery, at least that way bleed them out, so definitely makes things tougher there for Acehiro as well. I mean, the Jaegers could theoretically just bleed out the trenches, but versus that many sections and a sniper behind the trenches, that's going to be a challenge as well for Acehiro. I think he has going to go for some artillery, but again, he will first need to go for something for that Crocodile before just, you know, incinerates his entire infantry force. Will he go for the Jagdpanzer? Will he go for the Panther? Or will he actually go for another Panther 4 here? Center folks being played out there by the sniper section, sappers. And we got the Centaur moving in there. 12 kills, very, very close to Destiny 2.
Airdropped weapons and medical supplies are ready for dispatch to the frontline troops.
Bit of skirmish around the center. We got, there we go, Jagdpanzer here for Acehiro. Should help us with the Crocodile, which is pretty much just crashes straight through the terrain here. That's it until the Jagdpanzer arrives. He's definitely a bit at the mercy here of Tonkatsu's Crocodile, as he lacks any significant heavy firepower. Hell, the Sturmpioneers are basically repairing up the Panther 4, so they can't even assist against it. Southern Victory, we claimed he did hit a mine there, some mine loss there for him, but still pushing ahead there victoriously for the British Empire. Tonkatsu drive straight here, and there you go. Straight at Acehiro, there you go. Sex Assault called in there. Unleashing air support from above here, buying some time. The problem is the Centaur 2 can actually have a fairly good chance shooting down the aircraft. Still landing some good hits there. Almost wiped the section there. Not lacking anything to really follow up with here. Section wiped though, that's pretty good there for Tonkatsu. Got to tell you though, to make a pursuit difficult, but still, Acehiro doesn't care. He wants it dead. Jagdpanzer out as well here. He sends an opportunity, and I think he's not entirely wrong to go for. There you go. Luftwaffe is just being completely torn out of the skies here by the Centaur. 2 aircraft already just completely kaputted. Jagdpanzer. Oh, it's there. Need to be careful though, he's about to lose the Panther 4. There we go. That was cool. Full surviving. Blitzing away. Shot bounces. Very lucky there. Yak Panther. Oh, good Panther fast. Maybe full up. Oh, the Yak Panther gets a shot through there. The Crocodile's frontal armor. Panther will land a shot as well there. Nice turnaround there off the sector assault, but heavy losses for the Luftwaffe in the process. Very heavy losses. That said, Tonkatsu did at least lose an infantry section. So now they continue to be alive here with 29 kills. We got 7, we got 0 kills on the other. The sniper, or the Jaeger, sadly for Acehiro, really hasn't been able to do as much as he would like to. And again, wonder why it took him so long to get the second one out there. At that point, I think they're better off as Morbius Garden, to be perfectly honest. Yak Panzer misses there with its high velocity 7mm gun. Same gun is used on the Panther, by the way, though without the muzzle brake, as it was simply too close to the ground and actually risked just kicking up a lot of dirt and dust, which both gave away its position very, very flashily, but also blinded it. So they removed it. Strain time mine. Oh, bad news. They shot punching through there. The Yak Panzer's 80mm sloped frontal armor. Panther moving ahead here. Need to fix up that Schnell. Acehiro at this point may also want to consider another Storm Pioneer squad just to assist with repairs. I think that would also benefit him a lot there. Since he obviously wants his armor to stay in the fight as much as possible here versus Tonkatsu. Flak Captor being used somewhat aggressively versus Tonkatsu and the British, but there goes 6-pounder guns. Knock out the 251-17, leaving Acehiro, well, without anti-aircraft support, but also, you know, a little less able to deal here with Tonkatsu's infantry. Panzer being fixed up. .31 kills there on the sniper. The area comes here just as the flak half track get knocked out. Halfway to the east on the command center. Crocodile roaring ahead, another cannon there for the Chiefs of Acehiro. Jaegers need to vacate the premises. Yak Panzer is almost ready. Aircraft shot out of the sky step with the Schwerpanzer quarters. Straight to the Raketenwerfer and the Yak Panzer there. Even maybe I'm not with a Panzer straight down the side. Heavy damage being inflicted. Panther 4 to take shots. The Sturm Pioneer round, but they're all low in health. Yak Panzer actually bounces off the Crocodile's frontal armor. 6-pounder guns there punching through the Yak Panzer's frontal armor once more. Followed them pushed back by the center. Crocodile, there you go. Even use the strafing fire bit there. Though it seems more for just for the hell of it, rather than any actual intent to like do more damage. Yeah, Acehiro needs to like come up, I think, with some sort of maneuver here, I think, to like catch Tonkatsu off guard, or, you know, basically hope he makes a big mistake. But typically, as a strategy, hoping your opponent makes a big mistake is not the most sound one. So again, I think it's gonna have to come down to like, you know, outmaneuvering Tonkatsu at the moment and coming up with an attack that can, like, you know, sufficiently disrupt Tonkatsu and actually do some serious damage. Fix up Yak Panzer. Again, we got the Crocodile moving head backed up at the sniper. We got 34 kills. 35. Oh, got the sniper finally with a high explosive shell there from the Panther 4. Finally got the bastard. That definitely hurts Tonkatsu. Does replace the sniper with a section. Straight to the Crocodile. Yak Panzer is good to go once more. There we go. Now the Panther gaining veterans 1 there, opening up for the cautious movement ability. Though at this stage, I don't think Acehiro needs cautious movement versus Tonkatsu. If anything, he needs aggressive movement. He needs Blitzkrieg. Blitzkrieg, meine Herren. And he definitely needs to, like, change up the angle of attack, because again he just keeps attacking through the center where it's much harder for him to maneuver, plus it's much easier for Tonkatsu to just aim Emery gun there. So I feel like Acehiro needs to, like, you know, line up for a different angle of attack here versus Tonkatsu than he currently is approaching with. Got the water joining in there. Smoke being deployed here. Basically messes here and actually isolates Acehiro's assault force from the anti-tank weapons, for them to commit and get closer to the enemy anti-tank, for example. So definitely pretty devious use of smoke here. Pretty devious. And they're getting some hits in there, but even then there's like a much higher chance to like miss when they're using an attack round for smoke. So forced to fall back there and suffered a wipe there. Folks squad there pretty much exterminated. I think he's actually saving up for another sector assault, hoping with another one he might be able to turn the tide against Tonkatsu and the British. Oh, perhaps, man, never mind, we got orbs on there. It's like machine guns. No, he cancels it. Going for the light infantry gun, so yeah, saving up for that sector assault there. He's probably betting all he's got on it now while calling in the artillery support there. He could also go and flag another Yak Panzer, another Panther, honestly, instead of the light infantry gun here. Section routed, sneaking southwards here. Light infantry gun halfway down there. Jaeger's in trouble as the entire shed gets turned into a barbecue in a matter of seconds here by the crocodile. And he proceeds to just light it on fire. Going for a Firefly here versus Acehiro. I would say that's a pretty good idea, in particular since it's going to help deal with the Yak Panzer, which is probably like the main threat here to Tonkatsu's armor, is that Yak Panzer. Thanks to its, you know, decent penetration, rate of fire, and, you know, range in all one package. There goes sector sort of leashed upon him. Can this time he actually do some serious enough damage here to Tonkatsu to turn the game around there, or will it be all for naught? Once more, the assault here from Acehiro doesn't really come off very well there. He does push back his opponent, but he's not looking to like really take advantage of the attack here to the air support to really like force Tonkatsu to respond to this, making it easier, for example, for the Centaur to like just shoot down the Luftwaffe aircraft here. So this could definitely have been executed, I think, with a lot more elan and, you know, focus here by Acehiro. Aircraft are just being knocked out of the sky here by the Centaur. Absolutely just decimating the Luftwaffe. We do get the Firefly out here as well here for Tonkatsu, immediately upgrading with both the Tulip rockets and the Tank Commander. Meanwhile, he has secured the center, but crucially, despite, you know, using 275 munitions, he hasn't done a lot of damage. But there we go. Gets the Centaur, so at least able to do some damage. The Yak Panzer heavily damaged, but is close eventually to Crocodile moving ahead. He could outmaneuver the Yak Panzer possibly. He will need more. Panther 4 in trouble. He needs to blitz out. The Yak Panzer still unhealthy. He has to risk it, but at the same time, he really doesn't want it. Panther 4 abandoned. Yak Panzer bounces. Tonkatsu here with a heavy swing back, and there you go. Yak Panzer gaining Vetchny 2 here. But it needs so much more. Meanwhile, Vetchny 2 Crocodile, half H Vetchny fleet, pushing forwards here. Yak Panzer there keeps murdering with the line's gun in trouble there. Section pushing forwards. Firefly backing up here. Yak Panzer risk going down. Cautious movement. Lands a shot there, but only, of course, to get knocked out by the Firefly. And I think that Acehiro is not in a particularly great spot. If anything, he may just have lost it here. Crocodile rolling in. Got the Kednap setting up on the flank of the Crocodile there. 88mm rockets there punching through the armor. We got the sections outside of the base. Then we got artillery called in as well here. The odds for Acehiro are pretty bad. Artillery fire raining down there. Shriap Hunter Quarters almost knocked out. Almost got the Firefly there. And there goes Shriap Hunter Quarters out. Artillery fire raining down here on Acehiro. And I think he's actually abandoned the match. We just need the game to react to this. Which can take a bit of a while there, I'm afraid. Can take a bit of a while.
Ready for orders. Heavy tank awaiting orders.
But yeah. GG, game over. So, Crocodile, the Farfether, of course, ready as well to be repaired. And there you go. GG game of the lost for Acehiro. Victory for Chiefs and Tonkatsu. Fierce fight here. Overall, Acehiro feel like could have made use of the command a bit better. Like he should have gone for that second Jaeger and finished scored faster. Gone for some orbs instead. But also, crucially, he got focused too much in the center. Got bogged down into a match of attrition versus the British, which is typically never what you want to do. Like, they're very good at dealing with that. You should rather rely on a war maneuver trying to catch the British off guard. That way, bled him up. And instead, he tried to, like, just meat grind him. And he just got utterly countered. So, there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. I learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it. Tell a friend, tell a family, but don't your enemies. This is Imperial Links and cheers. Thank you for watching. Until tomorrow again for another episode. Bye.